I've been creating games for almost a decade now, and it's popular to show this, and I made this and so on video format. But I don't see many people doing game dev for 10 years, so this video will be different. We'll be playing my old games and projects together, and I want to share bits of wisdom I've learned over the years, or we just have a laugh at them. Oh yeah, glorious! Oh yeah, look at those. Well, you know what? That's actually a pretty good manual thing. So I remember there's start in valley and start in mountains. But the thing is, the mountain scene is somewhat bugged. There's no way you get to walk around or something like that. So yeah, this was inspired by everyone's favorite Elder Scrolls title. Oblivion. Ooh, that game is sensitive for the mouse, Jesus. So I wanted to make a game. Game about, let me think. I wanted to make a game. I wanted to put in potions, coins. I wanted to put in a quest. I wanted to have a health bar, a stamina, and a magic bar. And, you know, just make it beautiful. Like, you look at a potion of a flask of potion and you're instantly in a world or something. Yeah, I was in that, and so I recreated that, or tried to recreate that in this game. I mean, look at that. I even did branching to a place over there. And I know there's a place over there, so let's get back to that later. Okay, no, hold up. That's glorious. That's the first model I made in Blender. I can't remember if it was actually the first model in Blender, but it's pretty far up there. I mean, just, oh Jesus, look at that. I don't know, the texture is probably taken from the internet somewhere. They're all clipping into each other. I mean, this clipping and the fact that they are flat shaded, just as hard edges. You can see the steps. Sorry, the music is so distracting me. But I also implemented a quest here. That was glorious. I couldn't, for the life of me, I just couldn't figure out how to get the thing I'm looking at. If I'm looking at this table, I couldn't figure out how to get this, which obviously you do with the raycast, right? So you raycast it, oh yeah, it's a table or a door or whatever. So the way I did it with interactions, I put a box around this fella, or everything you can interact with, which is also this backpack. I just put a box around it and just prayed that the player would look at it when it picked up. Yeah, that was my workaround. Oh yeah, one thing I was also very proud of is the fact that just by touching the potions and so on, and the coin that's supposed to be a coin, you just collect them. Oh yeah, and the quest. That guy has a quest for you. He collected wood, but he lost his bag, so will we help him find this? And it's even a bug quest. Can you imagine? I'm making an RPG like a full-time experience. The bug is when you talk to him right now after accepting the quest, the game breaks because you can't exit the screen. Anyway, so you go over there, that's his bag, collect the item, yes, and you get absolutely nothing for it. I think you were supposed to get gold. I think that went over my head, so I stopped. And then he just says, have a nice day. Oh yeah, right. You always have to re-enter the trigger box to just talk to him. It's great. Right, next up. Oh boy. This is a performance nightmare. So I had to turn down the resolution a bunch, and I also had to turn down the quality because this thing wouldn't run. This was an idea I had for a first-person shooter. It was, you know, inspired by Deus Ex because I just love myself immersive sims apparently. But it had some cool ideas. I mean, this was supposed to be the trainings level, the shooting range, and you had this gun. It was just a placeholder gun, but it looked nice. So you were supposed to shoot these bottles over, and it flew through the wall. But since this was an immersive sim, and you could do whatever you want, you could also just go ahead and, what was it? F, yeah. It was supposed to be like liquor bottles, and you could just get drunk on them. Yeah, and then get a smaller FOV, and you would just get, you know, like dizzy, but you could still shoot them if you were lucky enough. One thing this first-person shooter would do is give you the ability to throw your weapon. So this gun, that would be like a spear. You could throw it like a spear to stun enemies. Pistols and so on would be like, they would fly like shurikens. Boom. Yeah, that was neat. And the starting mission was supposed to be, on this plane, the cargo door would open and just everything would fly out, including your gun. And yeah, you're supposed to jump after it. And then when you caught it, you know, you just were flying through the air, and then all the credits and so on, they would just fly by you. I still have a prototype somewhere, probably. You know, that was the first one. You could just get drunk on the props you were supposed to shoot. I think that's a neat mechanic. I mean, how many games do that? I'm currently developing a game while making these videos, and since both of them are full-time productions, I appreciate it if you consider supporting us on Patreon. Thank you. Okay, so this was my first ever published game. Oh, that was a fast loading screen. I just love the synth in the background. It's so Deus Ex. Oh god, look at those bullets. But this time, I even had sound effects. So if you shoot this wood... Yeah, oh come on, that's glorious. Oh come on, that's glorious. That's great. And then the sound effect the moment you just go out here. So great. I mean, keep you on your toes. And here's our first guy. Yeah. That was awesome. Man, I should stop with this. I just, what it's called, low poodling myself here. Oh yeah. Also, if you shoot, the camera is shaking a little and the sparks are very over the top. And this was by design because I remember watching a Game Maker's Toolkit tutorial and he was just like, juice it up. Like, yeah, sure, let me do that. I didn't know why I did it, I just knew it felt good. And after I finished the game, I went back and learned game design. Oh, there's the next guy. At the presentation, people would just bump into him and yeah. Man. I mean, yeah. And also this scenery, it was just a pain in the ass to do, actually. And if I remember correctly, yeah, you would take damage just by coming too close to it. And over here we get into an arena fight. This thing is tricky, and this is my first save system I did. It was just see where the player, what objective the player has, and see what loading screen they would have passed, and then just put them there. Okay, let's go. Crap. Okay, restart. It's great to see this game again. Okay, let's go. I remember the trick is keep moving and pick one. Yeah, my first arena. And then there was supposed to be other story beat. You could see this is supposed, like, this looks like a defense. You have trouble getting through here because you have to go in a zigzag. And then you all of a sudden get black containers and just nothing anymore. Yeah, locate the canister, the thing with the green light over there. Yeah, and then this fence would explode. Also, this is the image from the very beginning. Very blurred, but that's the image. After all the decoration done, I feel like this was my favorite place. Sometimes this guy would see you, but he always feels you. People were really on the edge what came next. They were really cautious because most people were really low on health. And yeah, that's the game. And then we come full circle. This is Alpha 0 of Arctic Islands. So before I went with Tropical Islands, yeah, I have no clue what's going on. Yeah, before I wanted to make it the Tropical Island, I wanted to make it set in the Arctic. Now this we can get behind. Oh yeah, you can go about infinitely fast. This was my first testing around with the ocean and the simulation and what you can do with that. Like I said, it was supposed to be set in the Arctic before it was set in the tropics, but I thought this was an interesting setting. And then I was just one day outside in the summer, obviously. I don't know, it was like a very cozy feeling. And then with the game of Tropic Islands, or Tropical Islands actually, I just wanted to capture exactly that feeling I had on that summer day because it was great. Let's see what the other builds have in store for us. Oh, that's neat. That's testing the in-game console, I believe. Yes, there's an in-game console, but you have to enable it. You have to write something in the shortcut for it to show up. And the last executable I got here, you could, the ship is moving and it's moving along and it's moving very smoothly. Oh, you can even drive it. Oh, that's perfect. But like I said, I went with a tropical setting and a very light setting because it morphed into a cozy game, and the Arctic is a very not cozy place. But I like to revive it, maybe as an add-on or something. And this is where I'm currently at. It's my first game I want to make commercially. It's called Tropical Islands, and I have to have a better name for that. Oh yeah, I'm currently reworking the wind system. Whoops. I really want you to be out for something. Yeah. And then you sail around. Do trading, do smuggling, do a little bit of base building, sailing, obviously. Actually, sailing is a part I have implemented. There's a very choppy transition there. Yeah, you can sail a boat if you want to. So you can rotate the sail, you can, hoist the sail, set out the sail, make it go, yeah, it makes you go fast. If you're interested, I really invite you to watch the devlogs. Let me just drive that into the port because I really haven't tested that. Somebody on Discord gave me the idea. Yep, no, I just crashing.